And we're back for another episode. In this episode I'm going to be doing the level 50 ninja quest. So after having got my ninja to 50 and got all the gear that I need for it, I am now back at the ninja storehouse, which is just south of Wineport in eastern Noscea. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here with Oboro. So the quest is called Master and Student. I will get the ninja chainmail and the ability Katsatsu. It says resets the ninjutsu recast timer while ensuring critical damage for the next ninjutsu action. That's cool. So it says after much soul searching, Oboro has reached a resolution. So Mithrie, your return pleases me. I feared I might miss the chance to bid you a proper farewell. Yes, you will be taking our leave from your realm. My mission is complete, and Tuzbami's wounds have all but healed. Tradition dictates that we return to our elders to deliver tidings of our success. Redbeak's last words? I will not lie, at first they weighed heavily on my mind, but in the end I am a shinobi. I came to this land to perform a role, not out of curiosity or spite. Mayhap Master Geke still lives, mayhap not. It is no longer my concern. Kurusu is dead, and with his passing it is time to close the curtain on this chapter of our lives. Before I leave, I would ask one favour of you. There is a place I would visit before we depart your realm. I will go alone to gather my thoughts. Could you pray look after Tuzbami while I am away? Her condition has much improved, but I will not take any chances. Thank you, Mithrie. Okay, so let's talk to Tuzbami, whatever. So your concern is most touching, and I am quite fine, Mithrie. In fact, it would seem that the injuries I suffered were not really as grave as they appeared on first glance. It would appear that Kurusu meant more to fan the flames of Oboro's ire than to cause true harm. Speaking of Oboro, have you seen him about? It's not like him to disappear in the midst of our preparation for departure. Alone with his thoughts, you say? Where do you suppose he might have gone? So... Full Falls, Bronze Lake, Limsa. Falls, I guess. The place where the two of you practice, yes? He always has had a fondness for waterfalls. Yes, that is it must be. Mithrie, Oboro is not himself as late. Perhaps I worry overmuch, but I could never forgive myself if something ill were to befall him. You will go look after him for me, will you? I seek not to change his heart, if his heart is truly made up. I wish only to know his true feelings, that I might support him in whatever humble way I can. Okay, so let's go to Full Falls. So it seemed logical he would go there, because he loved that place. I'm going to go from Aleport and then just run north through the zone line. So I'm really relieved to finally have this done. I know a lot of people got it done within like a day or 2.4 coming out, but I was really focused on other things. So I'm now capped again. Yay! So I haven't used this gear not once yet, so we'll see how powerful I am with my, let's see, 581 attack power and 331 determination. Okay, so we're going to the footfalls right there. It's not that long of a run. This game is beautiful. I mean, just the sort of things you get to see when running around the world are incredible. So, almost there. We'll see what Oboro is thinking and if his old master comes to ambush him or not. That seems like the logical next step in the story. Okay, here is Oboro, at his favourite place. What are you doing here, Mithrie? I took you for a woman of your word. Tusbami sent you, didn't she? It looks like I was a fool for thinking I could fool two who know me so well. Ever since that day, this is the only place in the world where I can find a moment's respite from the turmoil that rages within me, and yet the instant the sound of crashing waters fade from earshot, it all comes flooding back. You have proven yourself a true friend to us, and a worthy shinobi in your own right. Answer this for me, Mithrie. For what, for whom do you wield your blade? For power, for those around me, for reason I alone shall know. Let's say for myself. A clear, unwavering answer worthy of you, Mithrie. Yes, why fight, if not for that which you believe is unquestionably right? I speak in earnest to you, Mithrie. Our battle with Kurusu, his dying words, they left me a changed man, and I can no longer deny what I have become. For so many years I questioned nothing, tradition, custom, my mission. I was a shinobi, a blade does not think. I shot off the doubts, the emotions that threatened to rise to the surface. I told myself this was the true presence of mind. I lied to myself no longer. In confronting Kurusu, I confronted myself. Looking upon Tusbami lying battered and beaten like my countryman so many years ago, I felt a single all-consuming desire to visit retribution upon those who wronged us, and to do so by my own hand. I have made my decision. I shall go and face the truth, for it is only in doing so that my heart will ever know true peace. I will go alone, and I will hear no more of it. You and Tusbami have sacrificed and suffered more than enough. The battle that awaits is mine and mine alone. If it is Master Geke I find at the end of my journey, so be it. One or both of us will die, it matters not. Either way, my mind will be at rest. You have been a true friend and ally, Mithrie. Farewell. Wow. Perfectly timed rain, as always. So, Tusbami says, Oboro. I really sell too many things on the market board. It's constant interruptions and messages. So here is Tusbami. So forgive me, Mithrie. It was as if my legs moved on their own accord. It is just as I imagined. Oboro means to confront Master Geke, even if it costs him his life. He has made his decision. I will not stand in his way, but neither will he stand in way of mine. Whatsoever Oboro fights, I will fight beside him. If it is not too much to ask, I pray lend your strength to us this one final time, Mithrie. You have proven yourself a true shinobi, and your blade, unfettered by tradition or convention, may just be what turns the tide of battle in our favour. Oboro did not say where he was headed, but we already know, don't we? Kurusu's last words, Candlekeep K. Let us see what the guards there might tell us. Okay, so we need to go there. So where is it? So right there. So let's teleport to Moribi Dry Docks, and it's a short run. So another story, another class lore, let's say, that we're now exploring and concluding. And that's what's great about this game, is that every single class in the game, even if it's a crafting class, has got a story mode. And so when you do all the quests up until level 50, then you get to see the story behind that craft or that job or that whatever. Okay, let's jump off the cliff. Whee! Splat. So let's talk to Zarmil. Any unusual happenings of late? Not as such, save for a small private vessel scheduled to dock tomorrow at the crack of dawn. Other than that, it's all pretty quiet around these parts, as it's wont to be. Funny thing though, you're not the first one to ask that question. A milkmaid, a fairly comely one at that, came by not minutes ago asking the very same question. Is that so? The milkmaid is one of Oboro's favourite costumes. As we might suspect, he's one step ahead of us. If we could rendezvous with him somehow, it would give us the advantage in numbers, and yet the risk of exposing ourselves to our foe is too great. We should observe from the shadows until Master Geke reveals himself. I will take up position on the western shoreline. You take to the high ground and keep watch from the promontory over there. Between the two of us, that should cover the entire quay. Okay, so we need to go to the lookout point, which is right up there. You can see the destination from here, so let's go up. Okay, here's the destination. It's also a fight because of the glowing around it, so let's see. So, duty calls, commence battle for master and student. If you're above level 50, it will be synced. Obviously this message is future proof for when we're going to be above level 50 in the expansion. Who goes there? Show yourself. I know a rat when I smell one. So I trust I am speaking with Garleon's Empire's Chief of Espionage and Covert Operations. None other. But you can call me Master if you like, young one, for old time's sake. He's not impressed, is he? So you're full of surprises these days, young one. The Oboro I knew would have been on the first ship back to Doma once Kurusu cored his last core. You look sturdier than I remember, if a bit gaunt in the cheeks. Are you getting enough rest? You always work just a bit too hard for your own good. All these years it was you. You who taught me the way of the shinobi. You who I loved as a father. Why, Master, why? Why else? For our village, of course. I simply made the choice that any true shinobi would make. Don't tell me you require a history lesson, young one. Since the time of our ancestors, the shinobi have served many masters. For many years I served Doma. Then, when Garleons came, I found in them a way more powerful master. Fortunately for me and for our village, my services were in high demand. Have you never wondered why, Oboro? Why, when Doma was subjugated by the Empire, was our village alone spared Garlemald's wrath? It was because of my actions. I protected us, where the entire nation of Doma could not. Protected? You betrayed us all. The people of Doma trusted us. Do you know how many Domas died that day? We swore our lives to protect them, and you sold them into slaughter. Do you feel nothing? Not even a twinge of remorse at the massacre you brought upon your countrymen? Countrymen? What is Doma to me when weighed against the ancient and glorious history of my fellow shinobi? History is littered with the husks of fragile men who gave their worthless lives to bring glory to their betters. I hoped against hope that Kurusu was wrong, that his story was naught but the twisted lies of a sad fool. But no, I was the fool, master. No, Geke, for you are no master of mine. In the name of the souls of the untold thousands whose blood is on your hands, I declare your life forfeit. Revenge, is it? Revenge for foot soldiers and peasants? Is that what this is all about? That's why you have lingered here like a festering boil after your allotted mission was complete? Forsaking your role for such selfish fight of fancy will not earn you many friends back home, Oboro, nor here. The more time I spend in Garlemald, the more I realize the Empire quite suits me. There is something to be said for a culture that values merciless strength above all. I've won over quite a few loyal subordinates. Poor little one, all your lofty words, and here you stand alone. You are alone because you are weak. He has no subordinates, this is true. This isn't an army after all. But Oboro has something you will never have, comrades who believe in him and ideals for which he fights. Tuzbemi, how did you... Not just me, Oboro, Mithrie too has come to fight at your side. Comrades, you would choose the company of a glorified sellsword over that of the master who made you who you are? Oh, how far my pupils have fallen. You are the one who has fallen, Geke. Mithrie fights with a sense of honour and purpose that you have long forgotten. Of course, she's a cat. She lands on her feet. So, Mithrie, I cannot begin to express my gratitude. My friends, my comrades, I am honoured to fight at your side. Let us show this false master what true strength is. Glowing weapons, gotta love it. So here we go. So let's just start with my buff. kill these ads. It's fun. Well, like I said, I'm really overgeared for this. Done. So I'm guessing if I was only in my level 50 gear, that would have been a lot harder. It didn't even get me to like 2/3 of my health. So to Tisbami Mithrie, thank you. It is through your belief in me that I was finally able to believe in myself. And Kurusu, you had a hand in bringing this chapter to a close. You may be gone, but you are not forgotten. Ah, that almost sounds like a eulogy. It almost makes me wish I were actually dead. So, he's a cheeky one, isn't he? So Kurusu, you still live? But how? Well, when it comes to playing dead, I did learn from one of the best, you know. I see, but why vanish only to return? Oh, just an undelivered present. This is the fifth and final piece of Mithrie's traditional garb that she doesn't need. Wink wink. Let it never be said that I don't complete my missions, even if it's just playing delivery boy. Wait, Kurusu, the elders who named you traitor to our village, they were simply blind to the truth, as was I. If I explain, they will surely see reason. Please let us return home together. What's this now? Now that wasn't in the script. How soon we forget Oboro. I was not the traitor, no, but I did follow him. That makes me just as much as a traitor, at least in their eyes. Perhaps so. At the same time, you risk your life for what you believed in. We are not so different, you and I. The sentiment is much touching, but my answer remains no. The village was always a bit too cramped for me. I prefer to spread my wings on a grander stage. The honourable deeds of my present do not erase the terrible crimes of my past. I was a spy and assassin, quite a good one I might add, and for all the blood Keke has on his hands, mine are nearly as red. In the elders' minds, you had one mission, Oboro. Why complicate the matter? Just giving him his soul shard. So bring this back and tell the others what they want to hear. The traitor Kurusu Redbeak is no more, slain at your hand. You will be welcome as a hero, while my fate will be even grander. I will at long last be free. If that is how you would have it, Kurusu, then so it shall be. But this I promise you, slowly but surely our village will change. I will take what I have learned and build a village that honors all of our fallen. A village you could be proud to call home. Don't just get too cocky now, and I'll have to come back and put you and your whole village in its place. I look forward to that day. Let us meet again on the battlefield and pit our ideals against each other as we did that day. And his spy bat following him around. Okay, so we need to return to the storehouse, so let's go. Quick teleport to Wineport and a run, and that'll be it. It was always raining during these quests for some reason. So that will basically be it in terms of class quests. We won't have any more class quests until the expansion. But thankfully it's only a couple of months away, so we don't have to wait a very long time for it. Okay, so let's talk to Oboro. So it is strange, Mithrie, all this time I believed I was instructing you in the way of the shinobi, and yet now all is done, I feel that I should have been the one to call you teacher. Thanks to you, I finally achieved true clarity and presence of mind. My blade is stronger for it, and more important still, I now understand what I am truly fighting for. Body or mind, by any measure, you are every bit my equal as a shinobi, save for one final technique which I will now impart to you, Kusatsu. Use it to rearrange the energies channeled in your body and unleash powerful ninjutsu techniques one after the next. But be warned, in our tongue it means quite literally life and death. Which one it means for you will depend entirely on your presence of mind. And with this, I believe we both satisfied the respective sides of our initial agreement. We will return to our village, which means I must bid you farewell. Though perhaps not this day, I see my home change for the better and introduce new ways of thinking to complement the old. But before I can, there is much I still must learn about this land. And so I will go on ahead and report to our elders the successes of Oboro's mission and inform them that he will return as soon as he recuperates from his wounds he sustained in battle. With the soul stone that Kurusu gave us, no one will doubt the success of our mission. It is a flawless plan, if I do say so myself. Yes, how fortunate we were that I thought of it. Never change, Oboro, promise me that. And with that, Mithrie, it seems that it is I who will bid you farewell. You've been a true friend, and my heart awaits the day when we shall meet again. But you will return to give Oboro lessons from time to time, yes? I am not convinced that his bows are as masterful as he seems to think. Cool. So that's the end of the quest. So we now have the achievement against the ninja. So that was it. That was a fun storyline. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. And so between Rogue and Ninja, it was a really, really good nice new class that they added into the game. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie.